Okay, we'll just detach that. Oh, detach that header there. That should be good enough. We can still park the combine in there yet. Might potentially be the last time we need this combine too yet. We'll have to see once here how much money we're going to get off the harvest here. Hopefully it'll be a fair amount. We essentially got 6 fields here, 4 good-sized fields of canola and 2 relatively small fields of soybeans here, but whatever. Okay, oh, I should be able to hire another worker here. So we got a hired worker on that one. Let's throw a hired worker on. We'll just start with this one here then. Harvest and sell. Okay, let's get ourselves set up here. Header on, header down. We should be good to go. Oh, and I probably should check the greenhouse and the chickens there as well. Just realized we have not done that yet. Once we fill up here, we'll do that then. We'll have to get the tractor and get the trailer over here as well. Let's see. Soybeans is going to fill up somewhat quickly. Like a no. So far, it seems like all the crops in the game pretty much fill up at about the same rate and sell for about the same price as well, for the most part. Soybeans is going to be a little bit different here. Looks like it might be. For most crops, about 1 trip around the field and the combine fills up. So, yeah, don't think that's going to quite happen with this here. Okay, we could probably hire another worker here, too, I would assume. Yeah, looks like they are all set. Okay, so this... Yep, that's that field there. Gotta remember which field we actually own down there. And you can't just hire a worker. It seems like you have to wait a couple seconds in between hires. You can't just go from one field to the next, at least from myself anyway. So far, that's what I've noticed. That's 63%. Oh, 70%. So, yeah, we're definitely going to make it around the field. That's for sure. No problem here. And should be able to hire one more worker here. That'll be for this field here. Harvest and sell. And I'll try it here in a minute. We'll see if we can hire a worker on the other field there. I plan on doing that one myself, but we'll see if we can hire a worker or not. See if we can go past 4 hired workers there. Like I said, I think so far 4 hired workers, or maybe it was 5. 4 or 5 hired workers, and it wouldn't let me hire any more workers after that. If that was the limit or just the field I was trying to hire on wouldn't work. That could be as well. I'm not sure. Oh, yes. Money is going up. Excellent. If we can't afford a tractor, my first purchase is actually probably going to be, let's see, 94%. My first purchase is probably actually going to be the pellet fertilizer spreader there. Okay, we're back here. For some reason, the game crashed there. I don't know what was up with that. That's actually the second crash here for this episode here so far. The game crashed there when I disconnected the header from the combine there, the corn header. Thought maybe just something weird up with that. Didn't like. But then it crashed, well, yeah, just before the last clip there, harvesting. So don't know what's going on. Hopefully it doesn't do that again. We'll have to keep an eye on it here. Anyway, we need our tractor. Where did I put the tractor? Yeah, it's sitting over here yet. So I have not rehired all the workers yet. I don't know if maybe a hired worker was causing something wrong. Just left the one hired worker that's going on the big field there for the moment. Yeah, like I said, not entirely sure why the game was crashing like that. That's rather annoying. For those who noticed as well, I actually have had some issues recording some of these videos as well. I think the last couple episodes have been okay, but the couple episodes before there, about halfway through the episode, the video would freeze up and the sound would disappear. Not entirely sure what was causing that. Couldn't find anything wrong with it. The source file is perfectly fine, but the rendered video that gets uploaded to YouTube there was messed up. And it didn't matter what I would do to it. Didn't matter which program I used. It would constantly do that, so... I don't know if that's just something up with this game. I'm not sure what was going on there. Okay. One trailer full. You know what? I'm just going to save the game just to be safe here. We made it, what? Not quite twice around the field here. About 1.5 times around the field. Yeah, we'll have to see if the game crashes here again or not. If it does, not entirely sure what is, like I said, what's causing it, but thinking maybe something with the hired workers. They're having all those hired workers going. It didn't like something. If it crashes again here, I'll get rid of the other hired worker too, just to see if that is what is actually causing it. Like I said, not entirely sure, but... And at least in the game here, this calls it soy. You can obviously see, though, looking at the crop, it is definitely soybeans here. At least where I live, anyway, that's what we call soybeans. Actually, one nice thing about this game, actually a good variety of different crops you can plant. That's kind of nice in some ways. %. And we'll read some comments here in a moment. Once we fill up again here, maybe I'll just save the game just to be safe, too. Oh, what are we at? 61%. Farm Boss Bob was saying, for the next map, you say Joker is going to have to find a hot pink Adar and a sardine mod. To which I say, definitely not. Jeffrey was saying Ice Age. I believe we were talking about some movie references there in the last stream, last video. James was saying for the sugar beets there, are you using a geomod? That might be why it's not supported. That could very well be the case. We are using the No Creek geomod. However, to my understanding, I'm pretty sure No Creek supports sugar beets. At least I'm pretty sure it did anyway. Have to maybe double check that here, but... What are we at? 87%. Ooh, might make it all the way around to the other trailer here. We're really close. For those of you watching the Blake's Farm series there, yeah, we're not able to get sugar beets. Well, we did plant sugar beets, so they are planted. We're just not sure if they're going to work here yet or not. Just from what we're seeing so far, it looks like the answer is no. But... the map does support sugar beets. At least it says it does anyway. So it's most likely something with the seasons or the seasons geo we're using that is not working. Edward was saying... oh, that's right. I was going to save the game too, which it hasn't crashed yet, so that's good. That's probably a good sign, hopefully. Because the last 2 crashes all happened within about, I don't know what, 2-3 minutes of opening the game. Well, the fact we haven't crashed yet, that's probably a good sign. At least I'm thinking anyway. Anyway, back to Edward's comment there. He was saying if you haven't patched it yet in House Flipper, you used to be able to use the paint or tiles right down to the last one and then sell them for full price. And essentially you get free paint and tiles that way. Interesting. I know you can sell the paint and tiles when there's one or, a little bit of paint left. I'm not sure about full price, though. I've not paid attention to that, really, to be honest. DNB Farmers was saying, could you please use the Versatile 900 some more? That's the big red tractor we have. Stacy was saying a nice 9R. Technically, it's a 9RX, but close enough. And the 9RX is actually part of the 9R mod. Kind of a, I don't know, weird way of doing it if you ask me for the mod author, but that's the way they did it. The 9R is in with the 9RX, so it's the 9R mod with the RX option. And there's, what, 3 or 4 different RX sizes within that mod. Crazy Cooter was saying the one you're talking about is Elvin and the Chipmunks. Very similar. The one I was actually referencing, though, was Over the Hedge, I believe. We were talking about the crazy caffeinated squirrel there. Or chipmunk. Was it? Oh, I think it was a squirrel, if I remember correctly. Could be a chipmunk, too. Not sure anymore. John Force was saying, I just got a notification 25 minutes ago, which was, 4 hours after we live streamed. Which is a reminder there, by the way, we are live streaming some Farming Simulator, American Truck, Euro Truck, stream some other stuff as well. So make sure you're subscribed and turn on the bell and notifications there so you know when we go live. We're also live on Twitch as well, so you can subscribe and follow over there. Let's see what's here. 93%, almost full again. We'll go empty it once we get this a little bit done here. Yeah, definitely not getting much for soybeans off this field, are we? Starting to wonder here if there actually is a problem with one of the hired workers on one of the other fields there. Because, again, like I said, we haven't had any other crashes yet, which is good. Definitely not complaining about that. Just wondering if, yeah, what was causing that? Chase was asking, when are you starting the next small old iron series? We're not entirely sure yet. Haven't decided on a map either, so... Oh, not quite going to make that turn, are we? Oh, anyway, up to 42,000 euros there. Nice. And I guess I won't be figuring out if we can hire up to 5 workers. We're just going to harvest that next field there ourselves. Actually, not taking too long here with the soybeans. You know, especially since it doesn't fill up very quickly. At least it doesn't seem like it does. E-Man was saying, awesome video. Keep the videos coming. Thank you very much for that. Anthony was saying on my last house flipper video, you should paint it sardine color. It's going to require an extra large amount of barf bags if we do that. Hey, Black Raptor was saying hello. Bryson was asking, does Farmers Dynasty have a digital download or a disc? There is no disc or physical media for Farmers Dynasty that I know of. As far as I know, you can get it through Steam. There's, I think, a few other digital websites you can get it through as well, but you should be able to get it through Steam. And like I said, at least for myself, I have not seen Farmer's Dynasty on any sort of physical medium. And in fact, if you look, a lot of newer computers now, it seems like they don't even come with CD, DVD drive. Starting to become actually somewhat uncommon. You know, especially with flash drives and, you know, gaming-wise, being able to just download stuff through Steam or other websites. What do we got? 50%, 51%. Okay, we'll empty this here, and then we'll start on the next field here then. Wonder if I dare hire another worker. Might not be a safe idea. Might not be. Nope, doesn't. Why doesn't it want to unload? There we go. Don't know why I didn't want to unload there at first. It's almost like the controls switched there for some reason. Okay, you know what? We're going to give it a try here. Let me save the game one more time here. I know we're saving the game a lot, but don't want to lose any more progress than we have to. Let's try hiring a worker here for this field. We'll see how that goes. So harvest and sell. We'll see what happens here. So, header on. And full speed ahead at 12. Okay, 12 kilometers per hour. Oh, cannot find a worker willing to work. Oh, really? That nonsense again? One question I do have, does that actually take the money from us? I don't think it did. Now, it's interesting that we can't hire a worker on that field. I wonder what's up with that. Is it because the proximity of the hired worker on the other field there? The only thing I can assume. Which begs the question, was that actually maybe the problem? Then hired workers running on both these fields is causing it? Let's try this field then. We'll just run 2 hired workers here for the moment, see what happens. Oh, and that's right, too. I forgot. We need to check our greenhouse here. They're probably looking a little neglected over there, just guessing. Okay, let's go check that right away here a minute. Oh, they're actually looking pretty good. All tomatoes planted here, by the way. Like they pay pretty good with the greenhouse, so just went straight tomatoes. At least until we run out of seedlings anyway. And let's see how the chickens are doing. Oh, I must have got the eggs here already. I don't remember doing that, but either that, the eggs disappeared on us. That could very well be the case, too. I'm not sure. Okay, fire the header back up, and we're in business. Already half full here. Yeah, like I said, definitely not getting the yield out of the soybeans here, it seems like. As far as I know, those soybeans are a little bit more expensive, or a little bit higher selling price than the other crops, though, so that's probably why. What do we got? Might as well just empty while we're here next to the trailer. Not going to be able to make it around again another time anyway. Speaking of trailer, we are at 45%, so we should be able to fit this entire field into that trailer. Both fields actually into that trailer. That'll be nice. One trip down to the sell point that way then. I'd be curious to know as well, you know, when you load up the game there, it goes through a couple different loading screens. One of which says, you know, newer equipment is more efficient. Being more efficient, does that mean we get more crop yield? Or is it just bigger? You know, so if we harvest this field with a newer combine, do we actually get more off of it? Because in theory, at least for real life, there actually might be some truth to that. You know, it depends a little bit on the equipment, maybe, but at least in real life, newer combines should be a little more efficient, along with being able to, you know, obviously handle more, but it should be more efficient at getting all the crop off the field, you know, threshing it, not missing any. 52%, yeah, we'll just go ahead and empty here again, I guess. And maybe the next time around we'll actually be able to make 2 rows around the field. They're getting a little hungry. 65, so plenty of food yet. Just to be safe, I'm going to save it here again. 50,000 euros almost. Nice. For tractors, I was thinking I probably would get the red. I believe that was a Lindener tractor, if I remember correctly. I guess that's the tractor I rather thought I was going to get. Rather like the look of that one better than the other yellow one anyway. Don't know if there's that much difference as far as tractors go in the game here, so... At least assuming we can afford it here anyway. Hopefully we can. I guess we'll find out, but... Let's see, 34%? Yeah, we could probably almost make it around the field twice here, I'm hoping, before we have to empty. $47%, 48, I mean 49, yeah, oh, 50, right on the 50 there. Okay, yeah, we should be able to make it around again, hopefully. It'll be really close anyway. And then, of course, once we get all the fields harvested here, we'll probably want to turn around and get them all replowed, cultivated, and planted here again. Not sure what we'll plant. We'll see once. Maybe might do some more soybeans again. Per the game, it says like wheat, barley, and canola. It's best if you plant those in the winter. You get higher yields in the spring that way. That's what the game claims. That's probably what we'll end up doing here, I'm thinking. And I know I mentioned we were looking at doing cows here as well. Still planning on doing that yet as well. Just obviously wasn't exactly planning on being able to harvest the crops here quite so soon in the game. I thought it would take a little bit longer than this, but... I was quite surprised there to see the crops ready to harvest so quickly after sleeping through the winter there. So far, I haven't had any more game crashes again, so that's good. Just wondering, maybe there was something wrong with the hired worker on that field there, and obviously now at this point it won't let us hire him. So yeah, maybe something was actually causing something to go haywire. We'll probably have to wait till the hired worker is done on the big field there, and then hopefully we can hire a worker for that field. Rather annoying, but oh well. If that's the case as well, I might try hiring one more worker yet as well for the other field that's further on down the map. See if we can get a hired worker to work down there or not. Oh, what are we at? 48%. Oh yeah, we can go around one more time easy here. Very quickly getting the field done here. Oh, and we didn't miss any there. I thought we might end up in a little missing spot there. We actually got it all yet. %. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and empty. Obviously, that's what I'm heading to do anyway. On that note as well, folks, I think we'll wrap up this episode here as well. We'll probably come back next episode. Like I said, maybe off screen here, I'll do some more harvesting as well. Let the hired workers do their thing. Hopefully they don't cause the game to crash here. We'll see what happens. What are we at? 70%. Yeah, not much left to harvest on this field here, so... But yeah, like I said, folks, if you have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.